right. All right, we're live. We are live. Market close. February 6th. We are live. So bear with me. I'm still trying to figure this out, right? But I'm going to share my screen here. Let me see. What do I want to share? Let me see a window. Let's go here. Entire screen. Let's see. What do I want to share? Let's share that screen there. Hopefully you all can hear me. Sharing. All right, I'm still trying to figure this out. Give me a second here. All right, let's share the screen. Not sure what you can see. Let me move that over there, shall we? This on up. All right, how are we looking? Are we looking? Everyone can see? Wonderful. All right. This is the market right here. Interesting day. Interesting day in the market, for sure. Interesting day in the market. Now we got about 7 minutes until close. 7 minutes till close. Looks like there's been a rebound, sharp rebound in the market today. We needed it. All right. we needed a good day in the market. So these are just some of the top names. You know, APLD, they're up a good bit right now. As you can see, up 25% on the day. What else you got? You got CoreWeave, very popular name, up 19%. Honestly, what I liked here, if you like charts, you know, this is that 400 EMA. It's been kind of hanging out at that 400 EMA. I feel like it's a great buying opportunity right there. Not advice, not financial advice, okay? But since that, typically, you know, a company could hit that 400 and kind of bounce off of it. For instance, let me show you SoFi, which has been just getting destroyed. But guess what? 400 EMA, it just hit that 400 EMA and it bounced off of it. I mean, look how perfect that bounce is. So typically, you know, it's a good entry point, up 6% today. What else is up? UUU, very popular name now. You know, uranium, with all the power. People looking for power for these data centers. What else? Caterpillar up 7% today. What happened? Did they have earnings or something? Did I miss something with Caterpillar? Okay. Looks like they've been upgraded. Price target raised. Let me see. I don't have to look into that. But wow, look at that chart. Look at Caterpillar's chart. I mean, they're up to 725. It's been one of those. It's been one of those good ones for sure. I would have to say. So let's see. Let's look at the 5-year Caterpillar. Oh yeah, this is what you want to see in a chart. This is what you want to see in a chart. When you're investing, you want to make sure you get that hockey puck, that from the bottom left to that top right. That's wonderful. Broadcom, let's see how they've been doing. All right, let's go to a smaller range here. 1 year, not bad, not bad. This is also hit that 200 EMA, kind of bounced off of it, looking to go back higher. I mean, who knows? You know, if this market is going to continue, if it's, you know, a V-shaped curve, if it's going to continue going higher, or if it's going to go back down on Monday, right? Who knows? Rocket Lab up 9%. FBTC, okay, let's just be honest. Okay, this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been selling off. I mean, Bitcoin doesn't care about EMAs, obviously, right? So it's all the way down here. So what was that? 2024 level. But hey, up 10% today. Up 10% today. Not bad at all. Let's see. iBit, very similar to FBTC, same expense ratio, just different companies. Let me see. Oh, wow. Bitmine, BMNR. Tom Lee really loves this. Loves Ethereum. They're up 17%. This is one of those high risk, high reward type plays. If you can see, 160, what was that? Last year, August time, July, August. EMAs, check it out. Check it out. It's below that 400, right? Up 17% today. Once Ethereum bounces back, once crypto bounce back, this will most likely bounce back as well. This is very similar to Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy. It does the same thing, but for Bitcoin. I forgot the ticker for MicroStrategy. What was it? MS. I'll have to find it. Let's take a look here. Not bad. All right, let's keep looking. GLXY, they're up 17% today. Not bad. Look at that. They kind of roll and hit their 400. They're about to be at it again. You got popular names, Broadcom, Nvidia, all of them are up. Let's see here. I can go ahead and take that off. It's already gone. Interactive Brokers. A lot of good names going up today. Cloudflare. Not bad at all. Let's see here. Let's look at this real quick. How do I want to stop sharing real quick. I'm going to bring you back in. Let's look at some of the news from today, shall we? There's a lot of stuff going on. We got about a minute. Do we have earnings at all today? Let me take a look at the earnings real quick. Any earnings today? Excellent. Let's take a look if there are any earnings. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the big ones kind of already passed this week. But let's look. You can go ahead and see my screen again. Let me see. All right, here we go. All right, so what was today? Friday. Before open, after close, nothing really going on. Big notable earnings for next week. Let's take a look here. Monday, not really. Tuesday, Spotify, Coca-Cola. Those are some pretty big ones. But a lot of people can be looking at SPGI. That's going to be a pretty big one. Robinhood, Cloudflare. Yep, not bad at all there. Let me see. VRT, McDonald's app, and then NBIS. A lot of people will be watching that as a data center play. One of those power type moves. So they're going to see Coinbase, ANET. Yep. Not bad. This week, of course, was definitely a lot bigger. Last week was a lot bigger, of course, right? You had, your Microsoft, you had your Meta. This week you had Google, Amazon. So not bad at all there. Let's see here. All right, let's go ahead and share that back. The market has closed. There. All right, now what a great day. 25%. CoreWeave came in at 20. Let me go look at some of the watch lists. Yeah. Not a bad day. Not a bad day for Bitcoin itself. Bitcoin up 8%. Not bad. That is a very low number there. If you got in at 60, hey, you're already up a good amount today. They did 3%, 3.5%. Walmart, they've been rolling. I mean, look at that chart. Look at that 1 year chart. You see Walmart? Are you a fan of Walmart? Walmart's up 3%. Man, they've been rolling, man. Walmart and Costco, they are like the big two when it comes to this sector here. Let's look at Costco. Costco is much higher than Walmart, but still a very similar chart. And you remember what I talked about the 400 EMA? Kind of came around it. It didn't bounce off it like SoFi, but it's kind of going back up now, right? A lot of people are flocking towards safety. Let's go look at SCHD. How did they do today? Up another 1.6%. Right? They've been crushing. Look at that. This past week or two, people have been rolling into SCHD. I mean, man. It's one of those plays, right? It's one of those things that people like. They like safety. One thing that's uncertain. Let's look at another. Wait, how did SMH do today? Up 5%. 5%, right? Look at that chart. Look at that chart. Just nice and steady. Up and to the right. How about we finish off with Netflix? Netflix is one of those things I recently purchased because they had a good price. All right, so look at that line there. You see the support line here? Boom, 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 kind of hanging out there. I can definitely see it still kind of hanging this line and then kind of going back up eventually, right? So we'll see. We shall see. Up 1.6 today. We shall see there. Let me see. What about net? Up 6%. Not bad. Not bad at all there. Let me see. I appreciate it. If you're here, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe. I'm going to try to start doing more lives here. Let me stop sharing that, and let's bring in something else here real quick. Okay, let's take a look, see what else we got today, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we've done there. See if we have any news on CNBC. What you all think? Any CNBC news? All right, let's go ahead and share that screen again. All right, this is what I like to look at, CNBC. All right, I had a good day. Dow surges 1,000 points, 50,000 for the first time. For the first time, looking at all-time highs. Come on, NVIDIA rises 7% as Jensen Huang says 660 billion capex build out is sustainable. Incredible. NVIDIA, I mean, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Not anytime soon. What a time. Oh, that's probably a big hit from Uber. 8.5 million in driver suit. Slashed in half. Yeah, I mean, not a bad day in the market. Not a bad day in the market. Not a bad day in the market. This is what we needed. It's what everyone needed, right? No one likes to see their portfolio go down, down, down. However, it did hit a lot of good buying prices, a lot of good buying points. You know, it hit a lot of good technical analysis areas, such as that 200 and that 400 EMA, such as, you know, a good percentage down from the all-time high or different support levels. So, you know, hopefully you were able to buy something over this last week. Friday today, it definitely offered, you know, a great run. Great run. A lot of stuff has just been getting beat up. Not really too sure why. It's a few reasons. It could have been because, you know, U.S.-Iran tension. It could have been because of the new Fed chair that, you know, our president kind of wants in. A few different reasons. It could be, you know, AI bubble fears. But honestly, a lot of the companies that reported earnings recently, they did well, right? Beat estimates, increased their revenues. Guidance looked great. The market just didn't like all the, you know, the amount of money that they're putting into this AI. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows what next week's going to look like? But I feel like today was a good day. The capex build out that all these hyperscalers are kind of hinting at. I guess Wall Street does not like it because after earnings for most companies, except for Meta, of course, just dropped significantly. I mean, it's unreal. I mean, something else big that happened, that SaaS, you know, a lot of SaaS companies definitely got beat up this week because of, you know, the potential of what AI could do and kind of replace those companies. So looking to Anthropic, you know, and Claude, that's definitely huge. But yeah, I think that's it for today. This was fun, and I hope that people come in with these lives. I'm going to try and start doing them more and more. Hey, have a good day. Peace.